Hello guys, welcome to my channel. The less is more. So today we will discuss an editorial from The Hindu, and the topic of the today's editorial is the global economy. So let's get started. The title of the editorial is Resilient but Just. The International Monetary Fund's latest update to its World Economic Outlook posits a global economy showing the signs of having weathered its most recent challenges, including the bank collapse in the US and Switzerland, and likely poised to expand by 3% in 2023. But the fund's marginal 20 basis points upgrade to its April projections, which were released in the wake of the banking failures and concerns at the time about the then yet to be resolved US debt ceiling standoff, does little to provide reassurance that the world economy is out of the woods. As the IMF's chief economist Pierre Oliver cautioned on Tuesday, many challenges still cloud the horizon. While some adverse risks have moderated, the balance remains tilted to the downside. That risk abounds, both known and unsighted, would be an understatement. For starters, the two largest economies, the United States and China, have slowed down appreciably and face increased uncertainty amid global and domestic headwinds. In the US, the surplus from pandemic era cash transfers made to help families tide over the distress wrought by COVID-19 and the cost of living crisis in its aftermath have all but depleted. China's post reopening rebound has begun to fizzle out, with the economy floundering on the soles of contraction in the key real estate sector, combined with weakening consumption and slumping overseas demand for its exports. The euro area, another key engine of the global economy, is still reeling from the Ukraine war induced spike in gas prices, with momentum decelerating especially in the largest regional economies of Germany and France. Eurozone business output fell at the fastest rate for 8 months in July. S&P Global's latest HCOB flash PMI survey showed this week. Worse deteriorating forward-looking indicators flag the likelihood of the region's downturn deepening in incoming months. And with inflation, particularly core inflation, remaining well above central banks' targets, policymakers may be left with little option but to stay the course on inflation taming but demand retarding monetary tightening. Russia's termination of the Black Sea grain deal could also push up grain prices by as much as 15%, Mr. Gurinchas warned, affecting some low-income economies in Africa. The IMF economists also pointed to the heightened debt vulnerabilities among many frontier economies and stressed the urgent need for concerted global debt resolution initiative to help highly indebted countries from sliding into debt distress. Ultimately, the world's economic leaders must realize that lopsided growth that bypasses the vulnerable nations risks having the weakest links weighing down the larger global economic edifice in the interconnected world. So, today's editorial is about global economy and how the major economies, that is China, US, in the European Union, Germany and France, are under the distress of the some or another issues. For example, US is suffering from the collapse of bank failure, and Germany and France are coming out of the inflation in gas prices due to Ukraine war. Okay, so So this is how the author is saying that the global economic affecting and the spillover effect is leading to low economic growth in the low income countries like Africa, okay, and hamper the global recovery. Okay, so this was for today's editorial. This is not so much important, it is just about IMF has increased its projections of global economy by 20 basis point. Okay, so the five new words that those are from these editorial is first is policymakers, then second is frontier economies, third is still cloud the horizon, US debt ceiling standoff, and fifth is bank collapse in US. Okay, so these are the five words, and I would also like to recommend you to do comment in the comment section the five new words that you would like to use it in your writing and the conversation. Okay, so till then, bye bye, signing off